seated, legs crossed, one in front of the other. Probably a good day for restorative, I'm thinking. So any postures that are strength, they'll also have stretch, levels of stretch too. So you can scale back on the strength and get more of the stretch. So you'll see that as we go. But let's go. Hands to the lap, palms up. And just sitting a little bit taller to start. And have some distractions, looks like today. So focus might be a little bit more challenging. But let's go ahead and bring that focus as best we can to the body. Scanning from the feet all the way through the head. Noticing what's there. Brand new day, brand new body. Checking in with all those things, tension, stress, pain. Let's go ahead and shift that focus to the head. Just distance a bit from the to-do list. The dinner plans later, the hectic morning. Just try to put a little bit of space there. Put space in the body, space in the mind. And let's check in with that breath to notice what it is right now. And we'll start to create a little space there as well. Let's go ahead and sit a bit taller. We're going to start to grow the breath. We're going to pull the shoulder blades down and away from the ears. Extending the spine, activating the muscles all around the spine. Stretching the breath, stretching the body. Now that you have that bigger breath going, we're going to take the left hand, we're going to place it just behind the left hip. We're going to grip with the fingers there. We're going to take the right hand to the outside of the left knee. We're going to inhale, extending tall. And we're going to exhale, twisting to the left. Only twisting as far as you can maintain that extended spine. Try to pull the shoulders back. Crown of the head toward the ceiling. Anything starts to show up in those knees, you're going to grab the blocks, prop them right under. Last breath right here. And then we're going to gently unwind. Flow right over to that other side. Right hand going just behind that right hip to support tall. Gripping with the fingers, keeping that elbow soft. Left hand outside the knee. Inhaling, extending tall. Exhaling, twisting right. Breaths might be a little bit more compromised in the twist. Just as big as you can. Grip with those fingers. Strengthens those joints. Last big breath here. And then let's gently unwind back to center. Let's extend the arms out by the sides. Fingers pulling actively out of the shoulders. Shoulders down and away from the ears. You need to give that tailbone a bit of a tuck if that arch comes in. Next, exhale, left ear in the direction of the left shoulder. Moving slowly, looking for the body's natural boundary. Maybe picking up those right fingertips if you need a bit more there. Numbness or tingling in the arms or the hands. Back to the left they go. Next, exhale, chin in the direction of that left collarbone. Navigating slowly there. Big breaths. Sending right to that neck. Giving it time to adapt. Next, inhale, right back up to center. Recommit, shoulders down and away from the ears, strong spine, tailbones tucked, right ear in the direction of that right shoulder. Maybe picking up those left fingertips. Next, exhale, chin in the direction of that right collarbone. Noticing side to side tension. Checking in for numbness or tingling or anything coming out of the knees. One more big breath here. And then we're going to bring that head back upright. We're going to send the arms up. We're going to clasp the hands, palms in the center, palms in the direction of the ceiling. Check in for that tailbone tuck. Maybe do it just a little. Breathe big right here into those open shoulders. Try to relax the shoulders. Last big breath here. And now we're going to flip the hands so that the knuckles are pointing forward. We're going to send the knuckles toward the wall in front. We're going to pull off shoulder blades in the direction of the wall behind. Creating space in that upper back. Checking in with that breath. One more here. Then we're going to flip the hands so that the palms are facing out, and we're going to send them toward the wall in front. We're going to pull our shoulder blades back again. Two more big breaths right here. Let's take them up one more time in the direction of the sky. Relax the shoulders. Last big breath. And we're going to gently release, and we're going to bring the hands just back down at our sides. Let's give the shoulders a few rolls forward. Hands can be on the ground or your lap. Let's go a few rolls backwards. And then pausing there at center. Let's go ahead and switch the cross in the legs. You awkward side in front. Check in with those knees. Anything starts talking, go ahead and grab those blocks. We're not going to stay in the seated cross-leg position too much longer. Just trying to counter that other side. And allow you to notice those hips. Maybe find some imbalances there. Probably related to the knee. If you feel more in one side, like a hip, or you have less range of motion, it probably affects that same knee. But it could affect the other. Let's go fingertips right out front. Spine is nice and long here. Crown of the head is pulling directly out. Exhaling, walking those fingers forward. Breathing at that first boundary, giving the body a chance to adapt. Breath will tell you, jaw will tell you. Previous pain will tell you. Nice long spine here. Pull those shoulders back, pull those sit bones back. One more big breath, pulling the crown of the head forward. And then going to start to walk those hands back up. We're going to send them behind, about mat width, fingers pointed back. Get a grip on the mat, soften the elbows. Next exhale, chest in the direction of the ceiling. Shoulders are pulling back. Give that tailbone a little bit of a tuck if that arch creeps in. Maybe glancing up here. Big breaths into that open chest. Last one. And then walking those hands back up. We're going to extend the left leg out. We're going to keep this right foot in kind of a tight bend here, somewhere right inside that left thigh. Take some time, shake them out if you need to. They're stiff from being crisscross applesauce. But we'll go left toes toward the ceiling. We're going to take both hands just behind the hips, just using them to support there. Helps keep that extension in the spine. We're going to start to turn, pivot the torso so that it's angled in the direction of that left leg. And on an exhale, going to slowly hinge forward if there's space there. Watch the body's warning signals. That leg starts to shake. You're a little bit too far in depth. Pull the crown of the head away from that right sit bone. Just big breaths. Try to pull the shoulders back. Try to relax that left leg. Next, inhale, strong spine. Back up to center. Let's take the right foot. Let's go ahead and extend it out. We're going to take the legs just into a V here. Toes toward the ceiling. We'll go both hands behind the hips, using them to support tall. Shoulders back. Next, exhale, maybe hinging forward. Breathing big at that first resistance. A lot of work going on here. Strength to keep the spine straight. Assessing the depth, cycling those instructions, pulling the shoulders back. And next inhale, we'll bring that body right back up. We'll take the left foot this time and we'll bring it and we'll park it on the inside of that right leg. Hands behind the hips one more time. Squaring that torso up in the direction of that right leg, toes toward the ceiling. Exhaling, hinging forward. We're pulling the crown of the head out of the sit bones, keeping that spine straight. Last big breath here. Then bringing that torso back up to center. Just bringing those hands back around. And we're going to go both legs out front, soles of the feet together. Ankles, shins, ankles, feet, whatever's accessible. Inhaling, finding that extension with the shoulders back. Exhaling, hinging forward. Long spine. Maybe using your arms, the elbows, to apply a little pressure to the inside of those legs if you need a little more. Next inhale, coming right back up to center. Extending those legs out straight in front. We're going to take the right foot. So you're going to take your right foot and you're going to kind of send that right hip back a bit. So that right leg is now looks a little bit shorter than the left from that hip adjustment. Right hand's going to go right behind that right hip. Going to inhale, supporting tall. Left hand outside that right thigh. Exhaling, twisting right. Breathing big. Let's go toes toward the ceiling. Watch for the breath to go. Watch for the body to shake. Scale back. Let's keep that right elbow soft. Last big breath here. And then gently unwinding. We're going to go with that other side. So we're going to shift that right foot forward, bringing that hip back. Left hip, sending it back a little, right hand outside, left hand behind, hand gripping, inhaling, extending tall, exhaling, twisting left. Only twisting so that spine is still straight. Big breaths right here. Relax that jaw. Last breath here. Gently unwinding. Both feet coming out front. Both hands behind the hips. Inhaling, extending tall. Exhaling, maybe hinging forward. Just one more big breath here. And then we're going to inhale right back up to center. Relaxing those arms, let's just bring them around. We're going to transition to hands and knees. We'll do a few postures right there from hands and knees. Just getting there any way that works for you. Go ahead and grab that blanket for under the knees to use as padding. And if you prefer not to, then at any time you can grab it. But we'll start hands and knees here. And we've got shoulders stacked over soft elbows, stacked over wrists. Fingers are wide, fingers and palms actively gripping. We're going to pull the crown of the head forward. We're going to pull the sit bones back. Send some big breaths down that extension in the spine, down those vertebrae. On your next inhale, we're going to send the right fingertips in the direction of the ceiling. And on the exhale, we're going to drop that arm, sweep it beneath the left, and send that right shoulder in the direction of the floor. Keep breathing right there. If you need a little more, you can take that left hand, place it on the small of your back. You can also rest your head on a block here. You might give a gentle sway of the hips just to feel different movements here. When you're ready, we're just going to press down with that left hand. We're going to bring the right around so that we're all squared up again. Crown of the head forward, sit bones back. This time we're going to take those, which hand did y'all just do?
Right. We did this right now.
Okay, so we did a little bit of everything. Okay, let's go other side. Left fingertips or right in the direction of the ceiling. Exhaling, dropping that left hand, threading it beneath the right. Sending that left shoulder or right in the direction of the floor. Just breathing big here. You might take that hand that's on the floor to the small of the back. Notice how this side might be different. Maybe a sway of the hips. Maybe not. Just a couple more here. And then when you're ready, gently unwinding, coming right back up to all fours. But we're going to shift. We're going to go up to high knees. So now you'll just be on high knees. Tuck that tailbone here, shoulders pulling down and away from the ears. We're going to extend the arms wide out, palms facing forward. On an exhale, we're going to start to bring the hands forward, stacking the right elbow over the left. We're going to wind. We're looking for thumbs, fingers, or palms. We're going to inhale, elbows up and out. Exhale, sending those elbows toward the body. Forearms Arms in the direction of the floor. Chin tucking into that little groove. Big breaths here. Relax the shoulders. Check in with that tailbone. Just relax those arms. Inhale, assessing. Exhale, relaxing. Just a couple more. Then we're going to bring those elbows back up and in. We're going to release the hands. We're going to send the arms out wide. We're going to send the fingertips toward the wall behind, opening up that chest. Last big breath here. We're going to start to bring those arms forward again. This time we're going to stack the left elbow over the right. We're going to wind, looking for thumbs, fingers, or palms. Inhaling, elbows up and out. Exhaling, elbows toward the body, forearms toward the floor. Chin into that little groove. If any time those hands aren't meeting, you can always use a strap. Makes it a little more accessible on those days where you're particularly tight. Just 2 more big breaths here. And then we'll gently release. Tuck the tailbone. We'll take the arms out wide and we'll send the fingertips back, opening the chest, opening the shoulders, sending some breath. And then we're going to bring the arms down by the sides. Let's actually go hands down to the mat, all fours here. We're going to take the right foot and we're going to send it back, tucking those toes. And on your next exhale, going to send that right heel in the direction of the wall behind you. And pull the crown of your head forward. You want to create a nice long spine here. Pull those shoulders back. Grip with the fingers. Elbows soft. Last breath here. Let's bring that right knee back slowly to meet the left. And when you're ready, we'll send that left foot back up to toes there. Big inhale, exhale, left heel toward the wall behind, crown of the head pulling in the opposite direction. Relax that jaw. Relax those elbows a little. Last big breath on this side. And we're going to bring that knee back to meet the right. And we're just going to support ourselves back up, but we're going to see if we're able to sit back onto the heels.
Nope.
We are going to go back to all fours. We will find a way. We will get the stretch.
That was a stretch, just trying to get back.
Let's take the knees wide, big toes toward one another. Let's send the hips in the direction of the heels and walk the hands forward. Let's take a little breather here, reset, pause. Relax those arms. Try to relax those hips. That actually gets the stretch, I think, in a small way. Which is actually a big way. Let's go just a couple more breaths here. Let's walk the hands back up. Let's square the knees under the hips. And let's press back up so that we're on high knees again. Remember, you can grab that blanket. We're going to take the fingers to the lower neck. You know, these are a lot of the ones we do standing. Seeing if we can get away with keeping you off your feet today. But fingers, lower neck, tuck the tailbone. Next, exhale, chest in the direction of the ceiling. Pulling the elbows and the shoulders back. Maybe glancing up. Maybe tilting that pelvis forward. That arch is creeping in. Let's go a little higher. Clasp the hands, elbows forward. Exhaling, chin in the direction of the chest. Next, inhale, we're going to inhale right back up to center. We're going to release the hands. We're going to take the heels of the palms to the lower back. Big inhale, exhale, shoulders back, chest up, elbows moving back. Tilt the pelvis forward here. Last big breath right here. And then we're going to transition back down to the ground. We're going to keep moving here until we're seated with our legs in front of us. Soles of the feet on the ground here. I want you to grab your strap. Keep it handy. We're going to use it some. We're going to grab on to the front of the knees or the shins, and we're going to roll all the way back onto our backs. Once you've made it onto your back, just take a couple breaths with the soles of the feet on the ground. And when you're ready, once that back settles a little, then you could extend both legs out long. We're going to bring the right knee up to the hands, and we're going to place the hands, we're going to clasp the hands right around that right knee. Relax that right foot, relax that right leg, Exhale, pulling that knee in the direction of the chest or even the rib cage. You find your sit bones are coming off the floor. Might be a better choice toward the rib cage. Kind of forces that a little. Relax that right foot. One more breath here. And then bringing the sole of that right foot down to the ground, extending it out long. And checking in on that other side. Let's bring that left knee. Clasp the hands right in front. Exhaling, pulling that knee in the direction of the chest. Notice how that lower back connects on the floor here. Relax that left foot. Arms are doing the work here. Just keep bringing that focus back to the body, back to the breath. When you're ready, let's bring that left foot down. Let's just keep the sole of that left foot on the floor to start. And bring the sole of the right foot right next to it. We're going to grab the strap. And once you grab that strap, we're going to place the sole of the right foot right into it, kind of close to the heel. Give yourself a good bit of slack here to start. Don't go all in. You're going to want that right leg to be straight, yet keeping that right knee soft. You're going to choke up a little on the strap, and you're going to pull the sole of the foot in the direction of the ceiling. If you need a little more, you can extend that left leg out that's on the mat. If the resistance fades, you can always choke up a little more on the strap. We're going to send that strap to the right hand only. We're going to extend the left arm out in a half T with the palm up. And we're going to send that right foot over to the right, opening up those hips. If it's too much on that right hand, you can always return the left. Breathing big into that open hip. Looking for your depth today. We're going to bring the sole of that foot back in the direction of the ceiling. We're going to switch the strap to the left hand. We're going to extend the right arm out with the palm up. And we're going to steer that right foot across that left leg. I know a couple of you are particularly tight right there. Really look for that boundary. Send big breaths. We're going to go ahead and we're going to send the sole of that foot back in the direction of the ceiling. Both hands to the strap. Really anchor that right hip down. And just 2 more big breaths on this side. Once you've completed those 2 big breaths, going to take the right foot back down to the mat. Gonna bring the left foot up to meet it. Just abandon that strap for just a minute. Arms down by the sides, palms down on the mat. You're going to grip with your toes, you're going to grip with your fingers and your hands, and on an exhale, going to see if we can lift our hips from the floor. Just breathe big. Remember, it's not about how high the hips are. Following that form. Go ahead and grip with the hands, grip with the toes. Last big breath here. And then we're gently going to bring the torso back down to the floor. Both the soles of the feet are on the mat. Gonna reach for that strap one more time. This time we're gonna take the left foot, place it in the strap, somewhere near that heel. Give yourself some slack to start. Left leg straight, left knee soft. And then guiding the sole of that left foot in the direction of the ceiling. Keeping that left hip grounded down. Maybe extending that right leg out if you haven't already. Scaling back. We're inching a little further if resistance fades. Let's take the right hand out into a half T with the palm up this time. Exhale, sending that left leg and foot over, opening that hip. Remember, you can use both hands on the strap, or if even that's too much, you can also bring that right hand back. Relax that jaw. Last big breath on this side. And then we're going to guide the sole of that left foot toward the ceiling one more time. Bringing both hands to the strap. And then sending that left hand out into a half T, palm up. Guiding that left foot across that right leg. Breathing big. If you're past that boundary, body's not going to adapt. It's just going to fight. So scale back if you have. Last big breath here. Sole of the foot to the ceiling, both hands on the strap. Anchor that left hip, 2 big breaths. And then we're gently going to bring that left foot down. We're going to release that strap off to the side. We're going to bring both knees up to the chest. And we're going to circle in one direction. Lower back meet floor. Try to let your legs be dead weight here. Try to let your arms do the work. Let's reverse direction. And then bring the soles of the feet back down to the mat. We're going to take our right foot or our right ankle, and we're going to cross it over our left knee. Now for some that might be maximum depth today, but there are options here. You can either place a block under that left foot, or you can lift the legs, take the right hand, reach through and behind the left leg, reach around with the left hand, clasp them like a little figure 4 here. You can gently pull those legs in the direction of the chest. Need a little more? You can take the hands to the outside of that front shin. Need a little more? You might start to straighten the leg that's dangling, sending that left sole of that foot toward the ceiling. If the legs are dangling here, just try to let the whole lower body be dead weight, holding it up with your arms. Bigger muscles, longer hold times. My times are only suggestions. Might need to come out a little early. Let's go about 3 more big breaths here. And wherever you are, gently releasing those hands, bringing the sole of that left foot back to the mat, uncrossing the right. Let's go both knees up to the hands, and let's go a gentle rock side to side. And when you're ready, slowly bringing those feet back down. Brand new side, brand new body.
Wouldn't that be nice? Body, wow. That's an image.
You're getting a brand new body right now. We're going to take that left foot, that left ankle, we're going to cross it over that right knee. Check in right there. If there's space, you might prop that right foot up on a block, or you can lift the legs, reach through with the left hand, reach around with the right, clasp the palms. Feel the imbalance, in my case. Try to let that lower body just be dead weight. Relax the jaw. Need a little more? You can take the hands just around the front of the shin. Gently pulling the legs in the direction of the chest. You can also start to straighten that bottom leg, sending the sole of the right foot toward the ceiling. You might feel this in your hips here, but this is really good posture for that lower back. Notice where you feel it on this side compared to the other. We'll go just a few more big breaths here. And then when you're ready, slowly bringing that right foot back down to the ground. Let's go ahead and uncross that left foot. Let's give the knees a slow rock. Feet are on the ground, soles of the feet are on the ground. And let's just go a rock to the right, slowly, not looking to crack any bones. A rock to the left. Bringing those knees back up. Let's walk the feet out. We're not going into our final posture yet, but we're going to roll onto our left side. You might grab that blanket to use as a pillow if you'd like. Won't be using your arm as a pillow on this side, so it'll be the blanket or just relaxing that head. But we're going to bring both of our knees just as close to the chest as they're going to have it today. We're going to take our left hand to the outside or top of that right knee. We're going to inhale, sending the right fingertips in the direction of the ceiling. We're going to project right out of that right shoulder. And on an exhale, we're going to send that arm down and back. We're not going to force that arm to the floor. If it's dangling, you're just going to let it dangle. Watch for the power of the big breath here. Try to relax that left shoulder. Relax that right shoulder. If you need a little more, you can take that left leg that's on the ground and you could extend it out straight. Power of the big breath here should add a little bit of depth. If anything starts talking in the neck, you can just angle your head so that you're facing the ceiling more. And remember, some days, some postures just aren't working out. Like sitting on the heels earlier. Always scale back or out. Try to relax that left shoulder again. And let's just go one more big breath here. And then we're slowly going to bring that right arm back around. And if that left leg is straightened, we'll go ahead and bring it up to meet the right. We'll roll onto our back, taking one knee up at a time. And then just a gentle rock once again. And then we'll go soles of the feet back to the mat. Might have to shimmy a little. And we'll roll all the way onto that right side. And we'll bring the knees just as close to the chest as they're going to have it today. We'll secure the legs down using that right hand over that left knee. We'll inhale, extending those left fingers toward the ceiling, projecting out of the shoulder. Exhaling, sending that left hand down and back. Relaxing that right shoulder. Maybe you follow that hand with your gaze. Or if the neck talks, maybe you face the ceiling. Any numbness or tingling, remember always closer to the body with those arms. Need a little more, you could extend that right leg out long. Just seeing what you can relax here. Notice what the power of that breath has done so far. And when you're ready, you're going to slowly bring that left arm back around. We're going to bend that right knee back to meet the left, if it was extended. And we're going to roll onto our backs. Eventually bringing our soles of the feet down to the mat. And move into our final posture, so walking the legs out long. And then relaxing the legs, letting the feet fall however they fall. Arms may be at the sides with the palms up. Or on the belly. It's biting me. Just a couple more on those controlled, bigger breaths. Bigger breaths just allow that lower back to relax a bit better. No need to control the breath anymore. Just need to repeat that check-in. What's going on with the body, the breath, and the headspace now?